as yeah, after National Day. Okay, then
Mr. Do, I need some help with interest question. Let me find it. I need help with is it commission on good and service? I need.
you point to the questions directly.
No, it's not about the question. It's like the whole chapter. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you go to that one. They will have example.
Like this chapter.
Okay, so first thing first, original price, discount, final price. Okay? So if you have the percentage, the original price is always 100%.
Yes.
Right? Then the discount, so discount, let's say is 30%. Okay? So for discount is a minus. Okay? So therefore we start with 100%, discount is minus, which is minus 30% in this case. So the final price will be 70%. Does it make sense? Okay, then the original price, let's say if I tell you the original price is $200. Okay? So if the original price is $200, so how do you understand this question is 100% is your $200. It really depends what they ask. Okay, they can ask you for the final price. So the final price is this, right? So you put a question mark here. So basically 70% is how much, right? So before you can find 70%, I think a lot of students, they want to find 1% first, right? So how do you find 1%? So you divide by 100, right? From the 100 to 1, right? So this one you also divide by 100. And this will give you 1% equals to $2, right? And then now from the 1%, you get it back to 70% is times 70, right? So therefore your $2 also times 70. So therefore your question mark is 140, right? So to find the discount, very simple, two ways. You either find 30% is how much, right?
Yeah.
Which is times 30. This will give you $60, right? So you either use this proportionality method to find the discount, which is $60, or you can use the 200 minus the 140. That will also give you $60, right? This is for discount. Okay, this is for discount. So discount is minus. So original price. So let's say you go to the restaurant. The restaurant, the bill before service charge is $200. So like I said, the original price is always how many percent? 100%, right? So you know service charge in Singapore currently is how much?
7.
Service charge, not GST. So service charge is a plus. That means you need to pay more, not less. So service charge in Singapore right now is 10%. Okay? So therefore, what's the final price? Or the final bill lah, right? So start with 100%. Service charge is a plus, so you need to pay more than 100%. So therefore, final bill will be 110%. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Because it's a plus, right? So therefore, in this case, 100% is $200. So same thing lah, proportionality. So 110% is 220. Okay? This one times 1.1 then this one also need to times 1/1. Okay, proportionality ma, right? So therefore your final bill is 220. So there are two ways to find the service charge. You either find the 10% is how much, or you can take the final bill minus the original, that is $20. Does it make sense? Okay, so the same thing goes to your this one mark price and blah 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 already. Okay, the same thing.
I also
Okay.
have a question.
Yes.
Is the one that example you buy a car for like $100,000, then you have like a loan,
Yeah.
and then by every year you have to pay like 5%.
Okay, basically that is like there are two schemes to buy certain things. So one is upfront. Okay, then the other one is called, they call it the hire purchase.
Oh yeah, the higher purchases.
It's the hire purchase. Okay, so upfront means, let's say the car is 20k. Okay, then upfront means you pay 20k. That's all. Okay, just the price is, then you just pay. Okay, but some people they don't want to pay all. Okay, so they choose the hire purchase scheme. Okay, so hire purchase is, so for hire purchase, right, it's just like, let's say the price is $1 million. Okay, so a lot of people don't have $1 million, so upfront is quite tough, right? So then they count. Okay, hire purchase means it's an installment plan. Installment plan is I can put down a little bit of money, then I pay later monthly. Okay, so hire purchase, right, you just remember hire purchase is kind of like, okay, I pay my first payment plus installment. Okay, so generally the first payment, right, the first payment is like maybe 10%. It really depends on the scheme. Okay, so the installment will be 90%. So in fact, a lot of big item purchase in the world is actually through this hire purchase scheme, but of different percentage. Okay, so some items they require you to pay 50%, just like a car. A car you need to pay 50% as a first payment. Okay, so for house HDB usually is 20%. Okay, then for some other stuff is 10%. Okay, so in the world, if you pay for big ticket items, right, usually they will offer you the higher purchase, because not a lot of people have $1 million or $500,000 upfront, right? So therefore, you just remember, higher purchase scheme is always first payment plus the installment. Okay, so in a way, right, you just think of this is, let's say you buy a 500k stuff, so this can be a Ferrari car. Okay, so not many people have 500k, or maybe they have 500k but they don't want to use up the 500k, they want to do the higher purchase. So let's say buying a car, you need to put down 50%, so the first payment will be, so you just remember the first payment plus the installment will give you the installment. Okay, so the first payment is 50%. So 50% of 500k is how much? So you pay 250k, right? So therefore you still have 250k left to pay off.
Yes.
So in a way, right, that means when you pay your first payment, right, okay, they will give you the car already. That means as long as the person pay me the 250k, right, the person can drive the car home already. So in a way, right, that person still own me this much of money, right? So when you owe me money, of course, when that person who purchased the car will owe me money, I need to charge the person interest lah. You owe me money ma. So the interest will always apply to the money that person owe me. The money that person pay off, no need to pay interest. So that's the reason why, right, whenever you buy things upfront, you don't pay interest. But whenever you use the higher purchase scheme, right, that means you start to owe people money. When you start to pay owe people money, in this case it's the bank lah. You own people money, of course the bank of course will charge you interest. So the interest will apply for the remaining. Okay? So usually the bank will charge you, I don't know lah, the prevailing, I don't know what's the prevailing or the current interest rate right now. Maybe the bank will charge you 3% a year. Right? And usually the bank will require you to pay off this amount in certain number of years. Not forever one. So let's say the bank want you to pay off in 5 years. So how do you do this question? Okay, so the interest rate 3% per year. So 5 years. So once again, this 250k is the 100%. Okay, because this is the amount that you own, and the interest will kick into the amount you own. The amount you pay off no need. Okay, so therefore the 3% per year, and then the bank wants you to pay off in 5 years, right? So that means 1 year is 3%, 5 years is how much?
15%.
15%. So basically you need to pay, that means the total interest, is actually 15%. So this interest is surplus. You need to pay more. So therefore actually the final sum you need to pay is, in terms of percentage, is 115%.
Yes.
Does it make sense? So if 100% is this amount, 150% is how much?
250 divided by 100 times
So there are two ways to do it.
15.
You can find 1% first.
Yes.
Then you times by 115, right? Another way to do it is you times 1.15. So this amount also times 1.15 lor. So what do you get? Oh, you don't have a calculator.
Yeah.
Can you push back a little bit? I remember I have a calculator.
Can I use the phone?
Yeah, you use your phone first.
Yeah.
But I think I still need to find the calculator because your phone calculator is limited. It's somewhere here. I used it last time. You help me find out the answer first. Okay, never mind. So, never mind. I find it during the break. So, once again, what's the answer?
2,8,700 and 500.
Okay, 287.5k lah.
No,
Yep, 0.5k.
Yeah, 0.5.
Okay, so yes, so this is the amount
Yes.
after 5 years. So whenever you pay, right, you don't pay at the end, you pay monthly, right? So 5 years, how many months in 5 years? You times 12, so it's 60 months. So you this whole amount, right, you divide by the 60 month, then you will get the monthly payment. Yeah? Continue. Time to clear my this.
4,791.
Yeah, something like that.
And 67 cents.
Okay. So you can use this for the time being. Okay, so you just get it into 2 decimal places.
And 67.
Okay, good. So that's how you get the monthly payment. Okay, so you understand this hire purchase scheme now?
Yes.
Yep, good. So that's it. So you just need to remember the interest will kick into the money you owe. Whatever you pay off, no need to care about it. Alright?
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Anything else
No.
for this chapter?
No, because my teacher will make it like very complicated.
Oh, the question will make it very complicated. Not your teacher. Actually, the question will make it more complicated. Maybe we can talk about one. Alright, let's talk about 1. And of course, we talk about profit and loss the other time, remember?
Yeah.
So let's say if you have it's all about the original price. So the original price, or in this case, you don't call it the original price because when you have profit and loss, right? Basically, the profit or the loss, right? It depends on your sales minus your cost.
Yes.
So you give yourself a simple example. So let's say you buy a handphone at $1,000, which is cost. Let's say you manage to sell your phone at 100, 200 lah, oh. So you get a positive $200, right?
Yes.
So this is going to be a profit.
Yes.
Okay. So if you cannot sell it more than 1,000. So let's say you sell it at 900. So it will be a minus $100. So this one will be a loss. So it really depends on whether you get a positive value or you get a negative value.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the profit and loss. So in terms of percentage, it's the same thing lah. Let's say you have a cost price of $1,000. So let's say you make a 10% profit. Let's say a 10% profit, right? So 10% profit is 10% of this price lah. So basically you make a $100 profit lah,
Yes.
in a way. Okay, so that's profit and loss. Okay. So let's take.
Compound interest and simple interest.
Oh, okay, good. So now let's talk about compound interest. Let's use that example, same example. So let's say you have 250k. Okay. Let's make things easier because I want to play with the simple numbers. Okay. Okay. So let's say you deposit the $1,000 in the bank. So the interest rate is 3%. Per year or annum. Let's say for a year of 5 years, for a period of 5 years. Alright, and then if you have a simple interest is SI, okay, so compound interest is CI. So how you calculate these two differently? Okay, so it really depends on actually what we are interested most of the time is the final amount. That means how much you get at the end of the 5th year.
Yes.
That's all we are interested in.
Yes.
Okay, so for simple interest, it's very simple. For simple interest is you take this as 100%, right? So every year you get 3%. 5 years, how many percent? 15%. So this 15% is the interest, right?
Yes.
So this interest is a plus, right? So therefore, if for simple interest, it's very easy. $1,000 is 100%.
Yes.
And then after 5 years, which is 15% more lah, right? So it's 115 lah, right? So therefore you will get 1150. Does it make sense? So after 5 years you will get this amount for simple interest. But for compound interest, right, it doesn't work like this. Okay, how it works is this. After 1 year is 1,000. Every year is 3%, right?
Yeah.
So 3% here, 3% here, 3% here, 3% here, 3% here. So this is year 2. Okay, let me just simplify. I don't want to. So this is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Okay, so this will give you $30.
Yes.
So after year 1, right, you will have $30 interest. So this $30 interest, right, is yours already. Okay, it's yours already. So because of compound, this $30 is yours. So this this $30 is yours. So $30 plus the original sum, right? Actually, for the year 2, you don't start with 1,000. You start with 1,030 times the 3%. So what is the interest rate here? I mean, what's the interest here? Times 3%. It's a decimal number. No need, just divide by 100, then you get the answer already later.
$10.30.
That means I make a mistake here.
Wait. Oh yeah, okay, wait.
Wait, you just key in 1030 times 0.03.
30, yeah, $30.
$30.
90 cents.
Okay, good. So the 90 cents. Okay, good. So in a way, right, your year 3 is, this one is yours already.
Yes.
So your this 30 and 0.9, right, you need to add to the beginning of year 2. So actually you start with 1060.9 times 0.03 for year 3.
1060.9. $31 and 83 cents.
Okay, good. So in a way, year 4 is 1060.9 plus, because this is yours already. So you this one plus the year 3 beginning.
Yes.
So what's the,
Wait, let me.
yep, 1091, no, 92. Can you quickly, I want to use your calculator, I don't want to use your brain.
$1,092.43.
So same thing, let me out.
32.77.
Okay, good. So basically you add this with this, that will be your 5th year.
1092.
1125
and 20 cents.
and 20 cents.
Yes.
Then times the 3% is equal to,
It is 33.76.
Okay, good. So in a way, right, so these are the interest for the 5 years. Okay, so you add all this interest, add with the original, which is 1000. So that will give you the total at the end of the year 5. Okay, so that will be the total money you get. Okay, so that's how you calculate compound interest. Okay, no need. So that is just use your calculator and then punch the thing. Okay, so definitely your compound interest approach will get you more money than the simple interest. Okay, actually for compound interest to work, right, the longer the period, the better it is. Actually, this is also one of the, they call it the wonder of the 8th wonder of the world. So let's say I key in 30 years and then I key in 5% per year. So let's say you start with 10k. Okay, so actually my calculator these days is not that one. Actually my calculator is this Excel. So this is a very powerful calculator. So let's say if I use SI, right? So SI is very simple. You just take this, right? Then you times what? This 1 plus the 30 times the 5%. Because 30 times the 5% for 30 years ma. One year is 5%. So 30 years is 30 times the 5% lah. So 30 times the 5%. So at the end of 30 years, you will get this amount for SI. Okay? Yeah? That means 150% more than the original lah. Does it make sense? Yeah. Then if you use the compound interest, because the interest will add to the beginning sum, then interest will add to the beginning sum, right? Yeah. So you use the beginning, you times 1 plus the interest. But now what you do, power of this 30. So you end up with 43k. So which is
More.
almost double than the 25k. Okay? So generally the compound interest is, the longer it is, the more crazy it is. The compound interest usually the shape is like this curve.
Yeah.
But for the simple interest is straight line.
Uh-huh.
Straight line up compared to they call this is the hockey stick. The hockey stick, you know?
Yes.
Like the Nike sign. Okay? So yes, so this is the thing.
Oh,
Okay? So let's practice one question to test your understanding. Let me choose a review. 17. So commission is like the profit like that lah. Commission means like you have the pay and then commission is, I think we talked about commission last time. You remember the bartender the other time?
no.
We sketched a bar chart. Above how much money, then like above $80, then the person will start to earn commission.
Oh,
That
yes,
one,
yes.
Yeah. So never mind.
Mm.
So if you have forgotten, then this one we can put one to do
Yeah,
a revision
I
on.
remember.
Yeah.
Like she sell the things.
Yeah, yes. Beer or something.
Yes.
So question 17.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, let's look at it together. Okay, so this question, property agent charges a commission 5% on the first, then 2% on the remaining. Given that the agent sells a property for this, then this one is pretty simple. So basically you have 240k. Then for the first 50k, you will charge you will charge a 5%, right?
Yes.
And then the remaining will be 2.25%,
Yes.
right? So that means you just need to find out what is this remaining lah.
Yeah.
So you use 240k, yep, 190k, right?
Yeah, one.
So you just times, and then you get a number,
Yes.
and then you get a number. So
You
these
add
two
up.
you add up, then that will be the total commission, yeah,
Yes.
the person receive.
Yes.
Okay, so in fact, right, actually so soon you will get questions like this is called the tier commission. Okay, so in fact, right, in Singapore, the Singapore government practice the tier tax system. Okay, so this, by the way, the tier tax system is a very common question for secondary school students. Okay, good. So this is a very popular question.
Oh, I know this one.
How come you know this one?
Because our school teaches us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So let's look at this. So basically how you read this table is, so you will get this table because this is the tax rate. So they say tax rate on the first 20k, right, is 0%.
Yes.
So that means whoever earn, by the way, this tax rate, right, it applies to the annual income.
Yes.
Annual income means like the income that a person taking
Yes.
in a
Annual
year.
Yes.
So okay, so for a undergraduate or graduate means university student. For a university student, monthly salary I think is about 4k lah. Let's make it easy, 40k. So 1 month make 4k, 12 month will make 4800, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the annual income lah. Okay, from the, let's say from job lah.
Yeah.
So let's say this person also do some side jobs. Okay, so maybe the side job will give the person another 20k. Okay, so the total annual income is 68k, right? So with the total income 68k, right, let's calculate the tax this person need to pay in Singapore. Okay, so in a way, right, what you need to do here is you need to split the 68k into all this law. So the 68k you split to first 20k is 0%, right?
Yeah.
Then the next, so this add up to 40k already, right?
Yes.
And you still have 28k more, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So basically the person will reach here lor, for this particular person, right? So this one will be 2%, this one will be 3.5%, and this will be 7%. So what you need to do is, this you times, you get 0, right?
Yeah.
This you times, I think you get 200.
Yes.
This you times, you will get 350, right?
Yes.
And this you times, can you help me out? 28k times 0.07. 1,960. So what's the total income tax for this person?
200 plus 350 plus 1960 is 2510.
Yeah. So 2510. So the person need to pay $2,510 a year for income tax. Okay. So this is the way to look at this example. And this is a very common question, by the way.
But
Okay.
Mr. Low, for that is 28,000, right? Then but that they say is tax rate on next is 40,000.
Yeah. Yes.
So why?
Because okay. So that means basically the person only have 2800.
Yes.
So that means the next 40k means maximum is 40k. But you don't make it 40k, never mind. 28k lor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
If you make it 40k, then your 40k will times the 7% lor, instead of the 28k times 7%.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So generally, I will say people will need to pay this much of tax. I mean for this guy,
So much.
1 month is about $200. Yeah.
Why do they already got money and they have to pay tax, man?
Huh?
Yeah.
Tax is used to fund your education lor. So let's say if you are paying like I don't know like you pay very little for your school fee, right?
No.
Okay, never mind.
I'm a PR, so I don't pay very little.
Or okay, you pay relatively less
Yes.
than foreigner.
Yes.
Okay, so in a way, right? So you still pay some amount,
Yeah,
but
200.
relatively less than the maybe 1,000 plus.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Singaporean, it's like $50.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is how the tax is used to fund all these projects, like the roads, schools, public housing, all sorts of things lah. So that's why we need to pay tax. Actually, you should be proud. You should be proud if you can pay tax. Who doesn't need to pay tax? Those who make less than 20k a year. So you just divide lah, 20k divided by 12. So monthly income is how much? Then you don't need to pay the tax already.
20k divided by
12.
1,600.
Okay lah. So those who make 1,600 less than this amount, no need to pay.
It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. So in a way, they also don't tax you. Okay. So since they know it's not enough, so they don't tax you also. Okay. So this is to give you a perspective. Okay. Okay. Percentage done.
So if the higher you get annually, the more you have to pay.
Of course, based on this.
330,000, you have to pay 22%.
Yeah, so basically, right, they don't care already. Like, let's say you make $1 million, right? They also tax you $1 million of 22%. I mean 22% of $1 million. You understand or not?
Yeah.
So let's say a person has a salary of $1 million a year, then the person will contribute 22% of $1 million to tax. So the person only get 78%. So which is 780k. So 220k contribute to the government. For a person who make $1 million in salary. Yeah.
It's not fair.
Okay, later you will learn whether it's fair or not, but this is the way it is lah. Okay, good. So next. Percentage done. Anything else? Nothing from this percentage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then
People will feel very
what about ratio and rate?
ratio and rate. Ratio and rate. I thought you gone through the sums.
Yeah, ratio yes. What about rate?
Rate, I'm not really good at rate. I'm not good at rate.
So under rate, right, there are a few type of question.
Like the water thing.
Oh, actually, You want to play with this?
Why?
Income tax. But this example is a bit different from my one. Okay, let's look at income tax. Okay, since we have talked about income tax, okay, let's do one question on income tax. Oh, they even have property tax.
What's
25. You see, you folded. Is this the question you want to ask me? 25?
No.
Or you?
I think you folded, right?
No, I didn't. I didn't fold your book.
I think
Never
I
mind, 25 lor.
No.
Yeah,
I was
let's see.
supposed to do it.
By the way, this is under rate.
I was supposed to do it for
Yeah.
homework.
So this is under rate. Okay.
I think we have to do it for homework.
Never mind, so you just do it
Yeah.
now. Then, in a way, you can do homework. Since we talk about this just now, then might as well just talk about. Might just do this.
Mr. Lu,
Yeah.
this question, right?
Yeah.
The wife,
Mm.
the 4 children, and the
Yeah.
2 parents will add into his gross annual income, right?
I think that one is a relief. You read the
Yeah.
question, it's a relief.
Relief is minus.
Yeah, relief is minus.
So you minus. So his total income minus all these things.
But not pay income tax for the year. They give you the. Okay, you see, this question is very interesting.
Yeah.
They give you the tax.
Yes, but
That means they give you that number.
Yes.
So just now, is give you the total income,
Yeah.
figure out the tax.
Yeah.
So now give you the tax. You need to figure out that one. Whoa,
Yes.
it's harder.
Yes.
Okay, so how you figure out then?
So because they said that if the
So you just take the relief that he can get, lor.
yeah
So has a wife, so there's a wife relief.
2,000
Yeah, you take the
plus
2,000.
4 children. got
4 children. So one children is 4,000. So 4 of them.
Times 4.
Yeah.
Plus 5,000 times 2.
Yes.
And you have to go for CPF contribution, which is 20%.
So the
And-
gross
and
taxpayer
donation,
for the
and
first is
donation, so it's
okay.
200. So it is 2,000 plus 4,000 times 4 plus 5,000 times 2 and plus 200. It is 28,200. That's his relief.
Wow, this question also quite. Never mind, you figure out yourself first. I find this question very interesting.
Wait, for
Very
relief
complicated.
is from the total, you minus it out.
Yeah.
Then you deal with the tax rate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get it out and talk about it.
I find it's
Actually, for this question, the approach is more important than the answer itself. Okay, so first thing first, he paid the income tax of this amount, right?
yes.
Actually, the first 550 is paid because of the 40K.
40,000, yeah.
So basically, the person definitely is more than 40K already.
Yes.
Okay, and then the rest is 7%, right?
Yeah. So it's
Yep.
9
So it's 7%. That will. So basically, the 7% will involve this
Yes.
924 lah.
Yeah.
So basically, the what is that remaining lor?
Yeah.
So the remaining is 924
Yes.
divided by the 7%,
Yes.
which is
I got. I never. 132.
so little one cannot be leh.
Wait.
924 divided by 0.07.
13200.
200. Okay, good. So basically, the 40K
Plus
plus the
the 132.
13200. Okay, not yet.
You have to plus the relief.
So yeah, you have to plus the relief, which is okay. So basically, this is this
28200.
one will be 550, right?
Yes.
This one will get charged 924.
Yes.
So actually, he has the wife relief, which is 2000.
Yeah.
4 children 1600.
Yeah.
2 like parent, then 1 10K, and then the
They have 20% of the gross income.
so the donation no need
Donation need.
Oh, okay. So basically, the amount that will not be subjected to income tax is shown in the find his gross annual income. Just assume that he got the donation which is 200.
And also personal relief.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, okay. So basically, you assume that he's entitled to all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And okay, given that he has two parents and that for the remaining income that will be taxed. Okay, basically you assume that he has all.
Yeah.
Take all. And then what? 20% of the gross income. So 20% of the gross income. So then okay, what is this amount first?
I'm still calculating that part.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm.
So this is wife. Then this is child. This is parent. This is donation. Then this is personal.
44,400.
I haven't included the CPF contribution.
Yeah. Take out the CPF contribution.
So that will be how much?
44,500.
Cannot be leh. Should be more leh.
440.
No. Because this. Hey, you need to add the 40K also.
Yeah, wait. Let me calculate. 40K.
All this.
Yeah. 13200 plus 2,000 plus 16,000 plus 10,000 plus 200. 84,400.
84.
4,400.
400.
Yes.
And this one haven't include the
Haven't included
20% of the gross income. Right?
Oh, what did I miss out?
No lah, you miss out the. I mean, you miss out the CPF only.
But just now, why is it? Why did I?
You miss out the 40K. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I forgot to add it
Mm.
inside this. for the 20% of, so it means 20 times his income.
So this one will be the what?
So it will be 84,500.
Hold on.
84,500
Actually the way
is 80%.
actually the way to do it is you assume that the total is T first. Okay? And then what you're going to have is your T, you go and minus the T, you go and minus the Y. So okay, let me just I still can make use of this. And this one will be 20% of T. Okay? So basically, right, you assume, okay, let me just put it here so that again it's more structure lah, it's better. Take, so the answer is 4, so it's 16000. Take, this one is times 2, so it's 10k. Take, this one is 20% T. Right?
Yeah.
And this is take 200. So what you actually get is this. You minus the 20% T, which is this is gone.
Yeah.
And then this will give you 80% T, right?
Yes.
This 80% T, then you minus 3000. So this is 5000. Minus this is 21k.
Yes.
This is, so it's 31k. So 31k, another 200. So basically your 80% T minus your 31200. Okay?
Yes.
Okay? This will be equal to
31200.
this will be equal to this one.
But
Will be equal to this. Five
3200.
3200. Yeah. Yes. Make sense?
Yes.
Then you just 80%. T is 53200 plus the 31200. Then you get your T lah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
80% equals to 8440.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
what is 100%?
100% is.
So you just use this 84400 divide by 80%. Which is 0.8 divided by 0.8.
So it's 84000.
Divided by 0.8. 80%. That means you need to be good at converting percentage to decimal number and decimal number to fraction. Okay?
It's 105500.
105500. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Because usually I use fraction.
Also can,
Yeah.
but decimal number is easier. But anyway, this is the T. Okay? So that's how you calculate. Yeah, I agree with you, it's kind of like complicated. That's why this kind of question, right, is worth like maybe 6 to 7 marks in exams.
But it's not really very complicated.
Oh, they can do they can make it more complicated by adding some other stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if it's like this question.
This one they make it easy because the rest is 7%. Basically,
Yeah.
it's just straight away 7%, not tier.
Yes.
They can make it tier, like they can combine all this with the tier one. They make life easy for you by erase all this. You realize or not?
Then you'll be very. Then you have to be very careful.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. Yes, you are right. Okay, but never mind. So you have a taste of this